My name is Olga, and this is my channel about startups. And today we will talk about fundraising, or how can I find an investor for my startup? What do I start from? So fundraising is a process, and quite often CEO of a startup, 80% of his or her time actually devoted to fundraising through the whole life of a startup. And you might ask, I'm a like newly baked founder. I don't know what to start with. And I would like to talk about that more in this video. First of all, I have to mention that nowadays, especially with the economic situation, etc., it's quite hard to get first money just if you have an idea. You have to have some provement of product market fit. And usually this provement is called traction. You either have first clients, paid clients, or you might have some contracts signed if it's B2B. You might have revenue, etc. You might even have growth of your revenue. So you can show some traction. And it is very important. You have to just remember one most important thing. When you have traction, investors will be hunting you. It won't be a problem for you. And it's very hard to fundraise just having an idea and talking about that and saying that when I have money that you give me, I will be able to test my hypothesis and get traction. That is wrong. You have to get traction before you get money. So, but again, how would I find investors? First thing, you can really find investors through cold outreach. It might be emails, LinkedIn emails, cold calls. I'm not sure if you can call to a venture fund and talk. Usually, these are emails and LinkedIn emails. You can really find investors like that. And one of our investors in my startup via delivery, we got one venture fund through cold email. But you have to do your homework. Before you start doing outreach, you have to learn what kind of funds might be interested in you. How can you do that? You go to the website of a fund and you learn and find information about this fund. How old is the fund? If this fund is already 6 years old, and usually funds live 6, 7, 8 years in total, it means that probably this fund already allocated all its money, and it already is not investing but more getting profits back. What is the agenda of the fund? Is this fund interested in your industry? For example, if you are a biotech startup or e-commerce startup, do they invest in startups like that? Because if they invest in hardware and you are a B2C startup selling, I don't know, meal kits, they probably are not interested in you, and you just waste your time sending them emails and waiting for the result. What is their check size? What stage of startups these funds invest in? If you are a pre-seed startup and this fund invests only in round A, it's not your, it's a fund of a different stage. What is the check size? You are looking for 500K and they invest 3 million, for example. Again, not your stage. So after you learn about this fund, about the agenda, how agnostic they are, what the check size, what's their stage, you then look for companies that are in your industry, not your competitors, but companies from your industry that they invested in. It's a green light if they invested in companies similar to yours, not direct competitors, but very alike in the same industry. It's a green light. It means this fund is interested in this industry. You can find the partner in this fund who was responsible for the deal, who was responsible in that investment. And you can write directly to this partner. Usually on the website of a fund, you'll see partners that work in this fund and their LinkedIn profile. And then you choose the right partner who was in this deal, similar to your business, and you create an email. And the first part of email and the subject line, you talk about this deal, that you've read about the deal that this partner was involved in, and you are very amazed, and you congratulations on your business, congratulations on the deal. That's an amazing target. I've read about that, etc. So you show interest in this person and his or her success. And only after that you say, and actually I work in the same industry, in the same space, and I thought that you might be interested to learn more about my startup. So that's how you do that. And you do cold outreach via emails or LinkedIn, and that's a pipeline or a loop. You send 1,000 emails, you get 10 answers and 2 meetings. You just have to be consistent. Another way to find leads from funds to get first meetings is through warm interests. Warm interests rock. They work better than cold outreach. So you have to grow your network with founders of startups like you are, and talk to them about their investment deals and ask to introduce you. Warm introductions work very well. You have to find founders like you, and you can find them in different startup groups and network events, startup breakfast, etc. In each country, almost in each city, you will probably find something like that. If not, travel and visit different countries, different events if you can. Acceleration programs, very good sources of investor leads, because you will have demo days and investors will come there and you will pitch in front of them. And startup events, as I've mentioned, same as networking, just create a list of startup events in your city or maybe in your country and try to attend them, and try to meet not only investors there but also founders, because founders are sources of investment funds introductions. So that's the way to raise money nowadays. Feel free to write me your questions, give me some likes, shares, and subscribe. Thank you so much.